Lesson 95. I am one self, united with my Creator.
Hi there. Are you ready for another day of training our minds to embody the powerful spiritual truths we're recalling through A Course in Miracles? We might not fully realize it yet, or perhaps we're even unconsciously resisting them, but embodying these principles will have groundbreaking effects on our lives, far beyond what we could possibly imagine from our usual state of consciousness. Let's see if Lesson 95 can enlighten us in this regard.
I am one self, united with my Creator.
Today's idea precisely describes who we truly are and how God created us. We are one within ourselves, united with our Creator and with every aspect of creation. This is unchangeable, yet we may resist this spiritual truth because we often see ourselves as a mere parody of what we are in truth. We see ourselves as weak, vicious, ugly, and sinful, miserable and full of pain, divided into many conflicting parts, separate from God, at the mercy of an unpredictable Creator, deaf to our prayers, and blind to the oneness within us. This is the small self in us, the one that fails to recognize we are the Son of God. Today, we will strive to be aware only of what makes perfect sense. As with yesterday and the day before, we will dedicate the first 5 minutes of every waking hour to our exercises. We will try to reach again our one self, that self that is united with its Creator.
In patience and in hope, we try again today.
At this stage, practicing those first 5 minutes of every waking hour is crucial, as it's still challenging for us to prevent our minds from wandering. We've likely noticed this lack of mental discipline and the need for mind training. There's no reason to be harsh on ourselves for this. Instead, let's simply acknowledge it, as it can slow down our progress. Without frequent reminders, we often forget our purpose for long periods of time. And we must cultivate the habit of applying the ideas we've learned, as an automatic response to temptation. What we need is structure, regular reminders of our goal, and consistent efforts to achieve it. We won't need to maintain this practice forever, but at this stage, it can be especially helpful if our motivation wavers and we find ourselves resisting the learning process. So, for now, let's commit to these 5-minute practice periods every hour. Let's aim to miss as few as possible, but if we do slip, let's not use that as an excuse to give up. It's easy to feel like the day is wasted if we miss a session, but that mindset is just a way to avoid correcting our mistakes and a resistance to trying again. It's ultimately a trick of our ego, attempting to lead us away from this valuable and transformative journey. Remember that. The Holy Spirit won't be slowed down by our mistakes. However, holding on to them can impede our progress. So, particularly over the next week or so, let's be determined to forgive ourselves for our failures and following the instructions for practicing the idea of the day. This way, we won't give our mistakes the power to slow down our learning.
When you fail to comply with the requirements of this course, you have merely made a mistake. This calls for correction, and for nothing else.
Mistakes simply need to be corrected. Allowing mistakes to persist is to make additional mistakes, and it is this process we need to stop, because it's just another way to hold on to the illusions against the truth.
I am one self, united with my Creator.
These errors are just attempts to keep us from realizing that we are one self, united with our Creator and with all creation, limitless in power and in peace.
This is the truth, and nothing else is true.
Today, we will reaffirm this truth and strive to reach that place within us where there is no doubt that this alone is true. Let's begin today's practice periods by repeating these words with all the certainty we can muster.
I am one self, united with my Creator, at one with every aspect of creation, and limitless in power and in peace.
Let's close our eyes and tell ourselves, slowly and thoughtfully.
I am one self.
Let's allow the meaning of these words to really sink into our mind.
I am one self.
Let them replace all false ideas.
I am one self.
Let's repeat them several times, and feel the meaning that these words convey.
You are one self, united and secure in light and joy and peace. You are God's Son, one self, with one Creator and one goal, to bring awareness of this oneness to all minds, that true creation may extend the allness and the unity of God. You are one self, complete and healed and whole, with power to lift the veil of darkness from the world, and let the light in you come through to teach the world the truth about yourself. You are one self, in perfect harmony with all there is, and all that there will be. You are one self, the Holy Son of God, united with your brothers in that self, united with your Father in His will. Feel this one self in you, and let it shine away all your illusions and your doubts. This is yourself, the Son of God Himself, sinless as its Creator, with His strength within you and His love forever yours. You are one self, and it is given you to feel this self within you, and to cast all your illusions out of the one mind that is this self, the holy truth in you.
Let's not forget our mission today. The world needs our help, and heaven is counting on us to do our best and bring joy to everyone. Let's be vigilant and not forget our goal today. Let's repeat today's idea as frequently as possible.
I am one self.
Every time we do that, someone hears the voice of hope, feels the truth in their mind, the gentle rustling of the wings of peace. This is our call to all the world to be one with us. To everyone we meet today, let's make sure to share the promise of today's idea, telling them silently.
You are one self with me, united with our Creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am, and what He is, who loves us both as one.
You are one self with me, united with our Creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am and what He is, who loves us both as one.
You are one self with me, united with our Creator in this self. I honor you because of what I am and what He is, who loves us both as one.
Incredible, isn't it? There are no words to describe how powerful today's lesson is, right? Today's lesson taught us that we're one self, united with our Creator, in other words, that we are all one. How many times have we heard this concept? And we may even have no difficulties believing it at an intellectual level. Yet, is that how we feel? Are we thinking, acting, and interacting with each other according to this truth? Or are we still behaving as if we were separate from each other, different individuals identified with the bodies we wear? And even within ourselves, don't we feel as though there were multiple parts? The sad, the happy, the angry, the peaceful, the critic, the forgiving, the child, the wise, the ego. And yet, all these parts are just illusions because they are not our real self. We are one self, united with God. Shall we try to really take that in? Imagine what this could do for the shift in perception we're looking for the miracles we can allow in our lives. How would it be to identify yourself with that one self? Think about it. Take that in. Wouldn't this change everything? Wouldn't it change the world? You're doing fantastic. See you tomorrow for another incredible lesson. Quick reminder, if you haven't yet watched the introduction to this video series, be sure to do so, as it lays the foundation for our journey together. Just click on the video link that will appear on your screen shortly.
Did you enjoy the video and find it helpful? Please give it a like and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have a new lesson every day. And if you've been with us for a while, please consider supporting the channel. There's a lot of love behind these videos. Check out the video description for more details.